Hello and welcome to the Arsenal BiteSize Podcast. I'm your host Clayton at ClaytonAFC on Twitter. Fresh back from my trip to Germany, was very lucky to be at the England-Serbia game on Sunday. So I was in Germany for the weekend. Unbelievable trip, so much fun. But you know me, I'm a club over country man, and the Premier League fixtures are out for the 24-25 season, where Arsenal are obviously going to win the quadruple. Wolves at home to start, so it's a nice one. And I'm hoping this would just be a short pod, like just initial thoughts, going through it and stuff. The fixtures came out as always. They were leaked ever so slightly before the official launch, and it's quite a tough start. Wolves at home, which I think is fine, but then in the order that they are, the first 5-6, it's Villa away, Brighton at home, Tottenham away, Man City away, at Leicester at home. And you look at them, I think. Obviously, it's tempting fate to do this so early on. But you look at Wolves, you look at Brighton at home, you look at Leicester at home, you think, okay, let's be real. If the objective is to win the league, like 9 points has to be the case there, right? But Brighton, new manager, who knows? Like, they're typically a very well tactically drilled side. Got good players. They've historically given us issues. But I look at those away games, Jesus Christ, the Villa away, Tottenham away, City away, and the Tottenham and Man City games is going to have a Champions League game sandwiched in between that as well. So fingers crossed with the new format, that will be a nice pot 4 team, a nice dud fixture that we can rest a few in. But yeah, initial reaction is, I don't know, look, going through it. So August is Wolves, Villa, Brighton. September, Tottenham away, City away, Leicester at home. I'm hoping that I'll be able to go to 1 or 2 of them out of Villa, Spurs, City away. That would be cool. Takes us into October, where we've got Southampton, Bournemouth away, Liverpool. So that's a okay-ish month. Obviously, Liverpool an unknown under the new manager. I know people have Southampton as a bogey team. Long-time listeners will know this about me. I don't really buy into stuff like that. I think it's a different set of players, different set of managers, different set of wider context around football. I don't really buy into that stuff. If we lose points to Southampton, it's because they would have outdone us in one of those 2 games, not because of historics, in my opinion. The only thing I semi-buy into is kind of going to certain grounds, and I think that's because not a historic record thing there, but there's certain grounds that have more of like an intimidating feel to them than others. So that's the only thing I really buy into in terms of superstitions, to be fair. November's a busy one. So Newcastle away, Chelsea away. It's going to be tough. Forest at home, West Ham away. December's jam-packed. Man United at home, Fulham away, Everton home, Palace away, Ipswich at home. I think that one's on Boxing Day, I'm sure I remember. And then Brentford away. Just before we head into the new year, Brighton away, Tottenham home, Villa home, Wolves away, and then we're getting into February, where we're going to go on another run like we did this season, slapping people 5-6, starting with Man City at home. Not sure about that one, but Leicester away, West Ham at home, and then we head into the crunch time, into March, where the run-in begins. And I think, to be honest, we probably have to be looking at the run-in. I think it's the sort of thing now where you need to win. Well, we won 28 games last year and didn't even win the league. So I think when your room for error is literally 10 games, if that, and even that, it's like you can only draw so many of them. You're probably not really looking at specific calendar months. You're probably just looking overall at like win. And obviously you won't win everything, but that's probably what the objective is, to be fair, rather than what month can we look to hit our groove. But anyway, typically, historically, people start talking about it in February, March, right? So Forest away, United away, Chelsea at home, before April, where we then have Fulham at home, Everton away, Brentford at home, Ipswich away, Palace at home, before the final 4 games in May, which are Bournemouth at home, Liverpool away, Newcastle at home, and Southampton away. So that's I look at that run from when we start playing in February, where we start with Man City at home, and that is obviously one of the 2 games where 6 points is up for grabs against them. But we saw that last season. It's not necessarily, obviously, it massively helps if we take 4 points from them like we did this season, but it's the other games where if we're going to, it sounds mental when I say like room for improvement, but there is, right? Like there's always room for improvement. It's the other games around those where we have to be able to maybe rotate the squad a little bit, maximize freshness without dropping in quality too much, and go on those really consistent runs. But I look at that: Man City at home, Leicester away, West Ham home, Forest away, United away, Chelsea home, Fulham home, Everton away, Brentford home, Ipswich away, Palace at home, before going into Bournemouth home, Liverpool away, Newcastle home, Southampton away. It's the sort of thing where, of course, there's the odd couple of fixtures in there that are difficult, and there's the odd period where 2 or 3 of them back to back look quite tough. You add in a European fixture in there, hopefully a domestic cup fixture. They look tough, but if you look at them as a block in isolation, like we've been there, we've beat most of them, right? So it's really interesting. This is the first season, I'd say. So even context, like everyone says, what's the fixtures you look out for? It's obviously the North London derby. Now it's Man City. It's what's our running look like? What's the start of the season like for us? And even for me, my birthday being the 19th of May, it's the first time I'm really going into the season thinking, could we win the title? Like, is it going to be around my birthday? It's very interesting. But yeah, I mean, the fixtures are the fixtures. You have to play everyone anyway. So yeah, the fixtures are out. It's cool to know that Saturday, 3:00, nice sunny weather, hopefully against Wolves to get us off to a win. Fingers crossed. But that start's going to be quite interesting because, as much as I say fixtures are the fixtures, you have to play everyone. I do think there is something in the way it lands in when you play teams, and like if teams are in their best nick, in the best rhythm, their availability. So there are definitely better and worse times to be playing certain teams. But I think with the level we're at now, if we can have some luck injury-free, keep key players fit, add some depth to it, I see no reason why we can't be looking at every single game going into it. It's win. Just got to go into every single game and win. And obviously there'll be context around that City away one. There'll be context around some of the ones in February, March, April. But I think fundamentally that's the level we're at now. This was the graphic from Arsenal. But just shout out to AFC_Richard, who's put this brilliant graphic together on his own accord, which combines all of the provisional dates for all of the cup competitions. So I know for people watching on YouTube, it's a bit difficult to see this, but yeah, I'd highly recommend go check him out on Twitter. He's brilliant for all of the kind of fixture information, guessing, kind of broadcasting TV picks and stuff. But yeah, let me see if I can make this bigger on my screen so I can read it even better. Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting. So 17th of August, get off underway against Wolves. Villa away, then Champions League draw happens before we play Brighton, before going into the international break. And then that's where we come back from the international break. And yeah, it's Tottenham away, Champions League match day 1, City away, Carabao Cup 3rd round before we play Leicester at home, before Champions League in match day 2, before Southampton at home, and before the international break. So yeah, it's interesting. You look at it once you get into September, October, and then it's like sandwiching all the cup competitions in there. So yeah, I think this is a season where, I mean, you know me, I'm not too big on the whole rotate every game. I think it's very much a case of pick the best 11 available to you, and that includes their fitness on that day. But I look at that period of, just take a 7-day period of playing Tottenham, a Champions League team, and Man City away. Tottenham and Man City being away, both of them. There's no way. Well, okay, there's not no way because he's done it before, but surely it's highly unlikely that the same 11 players will start all 3 of them games. So I think this is where, if we can afford to add more quality, where it gives us the ability to rotate 1 or 2. I'm talking about the level of like Tomiyasu at left back in one game versus a Timber or a new signing, or because I think people like Saliba, Rice, Saka, they'll all play every game, right? And they'll probably be rotated through substitutions, or I don't know, is there a period somewhere where we've got, with respect, a lower league side at home, either side of a cup competition? I'm sure there is somewhere. That's the game where, like what we did against Luton, you can afford to change a few. So yeah, fixtures are out. It's, yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one. It's like it whets the appetite for the season, doesn't it? It's like on one hand, I'm like, oh great, the fixture result. I can't do anything else with it now. But now I'm like, okay, where are we going to win the league now? Where are we going to win it? I'll tell you where we're going to win it. Newcastle at home's where we're going to win it, ladies and gents. And if not, Southampton away, where they have a big allocation, and hopefully a lot of us can be there for it. But yeah, nice quick one, 12 minutes. Get it into your ears. Let me know your reaction. If are the fixtures something you care about? Like, what are the ones that you look out for? But yeah, nice quick one. Season gets underway on the 17th of August for the Arsenal, 3:00. Nice sunny Saturday I'm hoping for in August against Wolves. Thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider liking the stream and subscribing to our channel so you can get all of the impromptu content like this. We'll be putting together a pod schedule very soon now that the fixtures are out. So I guess that's one positive. It helps me plan quite a lot for the new season. And if you're listening back on audio, please consider giving us a 5-star review on your podcast platform that you listen to. It helps us a lot. So thank you very much. We will be back very soon. I hope you're all enjoying the Euros. Arsenal boys are getting on all right. So yeah, cheers everyone. Up the Arsenal.